I thought what I'd do tonight is talk about the Fitbit because it's been annoying me.
So this is AD Live for a chat. Patron, the 19th. What's he got around his teeth?
Hello? Are we live?
$48, $49, 50 seconds, 51, 52. Are we going to make a minute? 57, 58, 59. A whole minute. A minute 5, a minute 6. I mean, he has said something, but...
Here we are.
Oh, there we are.
That was a slow process.
That was an extra minute on your usual 19 seconds. That was a minute 12, Alan.
Can anybody see me? Oh, well done, Anna. I went looking for you. Oh, it's chilly here tonight. Minus something, I think. Today, being a Friday, means you...
Why don't you put your... It's chilly. Why don't you put your jacket on?
See me? Oh, well done, Anna. I went looking for you. Oh, it's chilly here tonight. Minus something, I think.
Why don't you put your jacket on?
Today, being a Friday, means you won't see me tomorrow, which is supposed like a blessing to some of you. I thought what I'd do tonight is talk about the Fitbit because it's been annoying me.
All right, so have you got Mickey stuff about the Fitbit, have you?
I've got to be honest about the Fitbit. As much as people say, oh, what's this? The Fitbit still registering my heart. As much as I've got that, more importantly, is that it registers your steps, right? And the police always use Fitbits to know if there was a murder or not. Let me explain.
The police always use Fitbits to know if there's a murder or not. Let me explain. No. No. I need to get you cretins on the soundbite. Will do. I need to know where it is and when to get it from, but I will do. No, Alan, I'm not going to let you explain all about the Fitbit. I'm going to skip through that bit because that's boring, you talking about true crime.
Rate on the Fitbit did not go down to 0. In fact, our movement second by second. Problem there.
And you're reading it off your phone, off probably like Mickey's blog or something, or someone else that knows something about it, because you don't. So, bit shit, really. Let's skip through that.
Whatever, didn't they? And Shanann's phone. Shanann's phone. Riffraff, any ideas? Anaphylaxis, any ideas? Liz? After what I just told you, which is more believable theory? And how could the boy that died 45 years before, in the same village, I don't think the water's deep enough.
Brilliant, Alan. So we get through this. It's only 15 minutes worth of nothing on his stream, yeah? He's already blowing his load about what he's learned about Fitbits in the first 6 minutes, and then he's got nothing really to say on his Patreon. So he goes into his classic talking about himself, and this is going to be fun.
In the water. That's what I think. But of course, I could talk that around in circles for 24 hours and I couldn't prove it. But I can prove that the witness that said I was the last person to see Nicola alive.
Oh, God.
Too much. It's all too much to bear.
There we go.
Isn't it?
Let's have a bit classic, Alan. Come on.
Anyway, I don't like this time of year. It's too cold.
Too cold?
In fact, I dislike the winter immensely. I'm a summer person. People keep saying to me, why don't you come on a skiing holiday? I say no.
Who's inviting him on a skiing holiday? And he says no. Obviously, he can't afford to go on a skiing holiday, but if it's his family, maybe they'd pay for him. But he's like, no.
I don't like the cold.
You don't have to be cold on a skiing holiday. You wear warm clothes while you're skiing, and you sit in warm locations once you've been skiing. It's not actually cold. The ski slopes are cold, but you yourself are predominantly warm the whole time. Your little bit of face might get a little bit cold. Your hands, if you haven't got your gloves on, when you take them off, they could get a bit cold. Throw a snowball, but you are warm.
It's cold enough here already. Why would I want to go to a winter holiday when I hate the winter,
Because it's fun.
People don't get it.
You're a grouchy old man. I get it. Grouchy old grouch.
Not everybody likes cold weather.
No.
Not everybody likes hot weather.
No.
I just like the winter.
He dislikes the winter. How's the sound balance for you? Is Alan loud enough over that Nintendo prattle in the background?
But then I'm just counting half my life. In fact, the winter's about 9 months, summer's 3. So I'm wishing away 9 months, 3/4 of my life. I'm sleeping another 40% of it. I haven't got much of a life, have I?
You haven't got much of a life, no. You spend most of it embittered, wishing it away, and some of it sleeping, it seems. You didn't mention the hours you spend pissing the money into the poker apps. Did you? All that time, or whatever else you do on the internet. Whatever else you do on the internet.
There is no child porn on the internet. I hate to warn you that. There is no child porn on the internet. I checked.
I'm hating 3/4 of my life. I'm sleeping half my life.
This sounds like it might be someone else's stand-up routine.
What's that leave me? About 1/10 of my life. It's my birthday next week.
It's his birthday next week. It is. It's his birthday next week. Someone in chat said earlier, it's his birthday next week.
My birthday in 6 days. So what day of the week's my birthday? Thursday, right? Is that right? What day of the week is the 28th? I'm dyslexic. I'll never work that out. Because I would just go, it's the 22nd a day, 6 days time, must be Thursday.
What? You can't work it out because you're dyslexic. You can't go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Like, you can't do that because you're dyslexic. I think you can, even if you're dyslexic. He just wants someone else to work it out for him.
I'm guessing. Is that right? My birthday's next Thursday. Someone can tell me.
This was uploaded on the 19th, so, you can work it out in chat if you want.
Yeah, I do.
You could send him a mug. Yeah, these are available, battery exhausted. You can find them on the merchandise. And if you knew Alan's address, which he published publicly on his Patreon, then you might have his address and you might be able to send him a mug. Obviously, I'm not going to be publicly publishing his address, but if you know someone who wants a mug and someone that's got his address, you could send him a mug for his birthday. That's your choice. I'm not suggesting you do it. I do not want to cause the man alarm nor distress. In fact, I'm not creating a campaign of harassment against him. If anything, I'm just reacting to his content, and it's fair comment on YouTube. It's a bit of fun.
AD, 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 AD!
I like the spring. The spring's great, and the autumn's great. It's the winter I don't like. It's only really like October, November, January, February. I don't like.
He's getting a bit quiet for me, and the Nintendo music feels a bit loud to me. Like, I'm going to go back to an old classic, one that I know is quiet. I know that's quiet.
October, November, December, January, February. It's 5 months, isn't it?
I'm going to give it the
Don't like
filter.
5 months.
Bump him up a bit.
Somebody's going to tell me what day my birthday is. I'm not looking forward to it. Too many years have gone. When they say life is short, it's like, yeah, okay. I believe you. I never used to believe it. When I was 25 and people said to me life was short, I said, get lost. I'm 25.
Here we go.
Oh, Anapalaxis lives in California. California. Cameron.
Why are you doing it in Chinese? Have we already found a new thing for our soundboard? I didn't want to have to do it so quickly, so soon. We already found a new thing for our soundboard. I only did the soundboard yesterday. Have we found a new meme? Does he churn them out so quick? What was this?
25, and people said to me, life was short. I said, get lost. I'm 25. Oh, Anaphylaxis lives in California. California. Cameron Diaz. California. Lazy end to words. California. I love you. In California. I'm a surfer.
That's his American accent. That's his American accent. Look at his little face. Look at his little face there. Look at his little face there. That should be on his birthday card. I've just dropped my fucking thing again. That should be on his birthday card, shouldn't it? That one. Look at his little face.
Like, can I shoot some away?
No, wait. He turned it creepy at the end. Did you notice? It went from like, oh, a little nice smile, and then he went when it is creepy. Because the first one, the nice smile, is the nice smile he gives to people to make them think he's nice, and then he does the creepy when he thinks he's got you.
Cameron Diaz, California. Lazy end to words. California. I love you. In California. I'm a surfer.
There is no child porn on the internet. I hate to warn you that. There is no child porn on the internet.
Shoot some waves. Cameron Diaz. I'm California.
There is no child porn on the internet. I hate to warn you that. There is no child porn on the internet. I checked.
Lazy end towards California.
AD.
I love you. In California. I'm first. I'm first.
Now hold on, Lorraine.
Like, can I shoot some waves?
I know it's childish.
Yeah, I like California. I lived for a while in a place called Huntington Beach.
Did you?
Yeah. Beautiful.
Did you though? Because you can't trust anything he fucking says, can you? Like, did you go on holiday there, or did you live there? Like, did you live near there, or did you live there? Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Chowabunga.
did you say
I always
Chowabunga?
remember, right? I'm on this beach in
Did you
Huntington.
say Chowabunga?
Beautiful.
AD.
California dreaming.
We're closed from IKEA.
Chowabunga. Always remember, I'm on this beach.
There is no child porn on the internet. I hate to warn you that. There is no child porn on the internet. I checked.
Beautiful.
You're right, Cat.
California.
Don't go in that
Chowabunga.
corner.
I always remember, right? I'm on this beach in Huntington Beach, right? Me and my mates, we come from England. It's the 1980s, and we're on the beach in speedos,
What?
and everybody's staring at us, right? And
What?
eventually, this girl came up to us and said, "You guys gay?"
What?
We're closed from IKEA.
This beach, me and my mates come from England. 1980s. And we're on the beach in Speedos. And everybody's staring at us, right? And eventually this girl came up to us, she said, "You guys gay?"
AD's sexual deviant, AD's a con man, AD's a crook, AD owes tax.
What do you mean? Wow, you're wearing Speedos.
We're clothes from IKEA.
At the time, all men wore Speedos on the beach in the 80s, right?
Did they?
And the men in California wear long shorts, right? So we were labeled as gay. I'm first. We weren't gay. Just
Did you say you work? Hang on.
at the time, all men wore Speedos on the beach in the 80s, right? And the men in California wear long shorts, right? So we were labeled as gay. We weren't gay, just to let you know. Not really matter if it was, but we weren't.
I'm not confused about whether you were or not now. Not that it would matter if you were, but you were.
So then she said,
So I
"Are
think
you
you were.
joggers?" I said, "What do you mean joggers? Well, what are you wearing? You look like joggers. We have sports clothes on."
Alan's being bullied by a woman at the beach. I think he's gone over there to talk to the woman at the beach, and the woman said, "Fuck off, are you gay? Do you look like joggers? Fuck off."
All men wore Speedos on the beach in the 80s, right? And the men in California wear long shorts, right? So we were labeled as gay. We weren't gay, just to let you know. Not really matter if it was, but we weren't. So then she said, "Are you joggers?" I said, "What do you mean joggers? Well, what are you wearing? You look like joggers. We have sports clothes on. You're gay joggers." "No, we're not gay joggers. We're here on holiday." Eventually we made friends and we had a game of American football on the beach.
Eventually, you went home and pretended that you made friends and had a game of American football on the beach like that you see in the movies. You're gay joggers. You got bullied for being gay joggers, Alan, on your holidays. Who is this man?
AD's sexual deviant, AD's a con man, AD's a crook, AD owes tax. There is no child porn on the internet, I hate to warn you that. There is no child porn on the internet, I checked. AD.
Well, what are you wearing? You look like joggers. We have sports clothes on. You're gay joggers. No, we're not gay joggers.
What's Regardation Police? Like, the Regardation Police doesn't have to edit this. It's just...
We're here on holiday. Eventually we made friends and we had a game of American football on the beach. Great days.
Lies. The bit about the
Like I
great
said,
days.
life is short. That was 30 years ago.
The gay joggers bit was real and it stung him and he was like, no, and he got angry. Did you see the anger come out? See the anger come out?
We have sports clothes on. You're gay joggers. No, we're not gay joggers. We're here on holiday.
There, we're here on holiday. And the frustration, even to this day, that still stung him. He thought, I'm here on holiday, I've got my Speedos on, I'm looking slick. There's a nice hottie tottie on the beach, I'll go and talk to her. And she said, fuck off you look like gay joggers. And then we had a lovely game of American football and made friends. Yeah.
Eventually we made friends and we had a game of American football on the beach.
Just like on the movies, in your fantasy world.
Great days. Well, like I said, life is short. That was 30 years ago. More. 35 years ago.
Where are those Speedos now?
I think we had a Chrysler Le Bon convertible. I think that's what we had.
A Simon Le Bon convertible.
We broke the hood. We broke the hood on the damn thing.
You broke the car. Oh my God. Alan's a disaster, isn't he? Like I say, like it would have been, you know, you're never going to get the full Alan experience, are you? Like the way I've come into this. But all the stories, like there are some people that are just trouble people, problem people. And all the way they go, everywhere they go, you know, problems, difficulties. Being a massive narcissist is a huge problem. It creates its own problems. Always looking for a drama, always looking for a problem. Under every stone is there something to, like, you know, around every corner there's someone like gang stalking and like, you know what I mean, like paranoid, delusional. Like he's always been like this, narcissistic, delusional, wants to be the big one, big special one. Now he's in a position where he's confronted by his own, like in the past he might have thought he was sexy and good looking and stuff, but as time, you know, ages us, you know, even those things that he could consider he could count on that he had as, like when you're a narcissist you don't want to work at doing anything, so it's lucky if you look a bit good, isn't it? Because then you can say, oh, I look a bit good, so that's something I don't even have to do anything about, it just is. And like you think it's just like your innate gift, that you're special, God's gift to women. Obviously Alan is not that. They thought he was a gay jogger, but like as time ages him, he's even more confronted by the fact he doesn't even have that. Like the frustrations build, the frustrations mount, the delusions mount, the necessity to be a big one as part of a big gang. Like that's all. Well, he's got his little patron now with anaphylaxis and 2 other people. Like it's all just fucking gone, hasn't it? And but what I'm saying is, like way back when, imagine him in his prime, he would have been even worse, because he wouldn't have had the sort of humility that he has to at least outwardly pretend to show about his, like he'd have thought he was brilliant. Oh, you broke the fucking hood. Oh, you I'm not a gay jogger, you're a fucking, like he'd have been such a difficult wanker the whole of his life, wouldn't he?
Luckily, we had insurance.
Luckily we had insurance, because you fucked up the car. Imagine being on holiday with Alan, he fucks up the car you're driving. You're like, oh, you go and talk to the girls and he gets you done for gay jogging. Like, it's just, Alan, I don't want to
35 years ago. I think we had a Chrysler Le Bon convertible. I think that's what we had. We broke the hood. We broke the hood on the damn thing. Luckily, we had insurance. Fun. Yeah. And someone said to me, you'll die on your own. Somebody said to me in my 40s, you'll die on your own.
In his 40s now, apparently. Someone said, you'll die on your own. Who was this? Did you go and get your fortune told? Cross her palm with silver. She come out with the little thing on with all the little tinkly belt, you know, the little coins on the thing. You'll die alone. Hey, I gave you £10 for that. I'm going to do the tarot cards. You'll die alone. Or was this an ex-wife at the point of breakup? Was this after you signed the divorce papers? Was this one of your children? Who said it?
Luckily, we had insurance. Fun.
Alan talks in, like we're at 21:28. Hang on, let me go back to when this started, 17 minutes. He talks in song lyrics and stuff. I'll repeat this, you know, this thing. Hang on.
They said I was the last person to see Nicola alive.
Going back to when he was talking
Never
about this.
mentioned by the police. I can say the man in black is discounted by the police. Too much.
Too much.
It's all too much to bear.
It's all too much to bear, he says, looking up at the telly screens. So it's all too much to bear. It's words, people say them, but it's too much. It's all too much. It's all too much to bear. It's like he's got a word, too much, in his brain there. Like he might have had that original thought, too much. Like, I've done too much talking shit now, or whatever he's thought. And then he spins it. It's all too much. Like he adds those extra words. It's all too much. He's heard that somewhere else. It's all too much to bear. It's like he talks in these generic terms, these cliches, because that might be from song lyrics, something you've seen on a film, something you've heard from someone, you know, someone to say. He doesn't have original thoughts. He spins a little thing into a click in his brain. He's got like little Lego bricks of words he's heard, phrases he's heard, you know, songs, lyrics, you know, stuff, and he just clicks them together to keep the thing going. It's too much. It's all too much. It's all too much to bear. Like that's a great example of it.
I can say the man in black is discounted by the police. Too much. It's all too much to bear, isn't it?
It might have been someone in chat said something and it had the words too much in, and that's what he riffed off. So that's a great example of how Alan, the fantasist, talks in these sort of, mad fantasy lyrics that come from nowhere. And like, so when you consider that he does that with just phrases and words, like the bit where he played volleyball and all on the beach, American football all together, he's seen that in a film and he's just said it. He's Lego bricked it into his story. So some of these stories are legit, and I think that being called a gay jogger was probably not even the worst of what he got on the beach that day, and that row probably broke out even worse. And that's why he can remember it so clearly, is because he thought some hottie totty and he was going to go over, and he got absolutely ridiculed, and he probably kicked off. And there probably wasn't American football. It was more likely the American football people came over and said, "Hey mate, stop talking to the ladies like that and fuck off." And then they smashed the hood of his car or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't know what's going on in this story, but he's Lego bricked a few pieces there. And like, it's an example of how, like, the extreme delusional narcissist, like, he doesn't really have a personality, and even to himself internally, maybe there's some confusion in what his real memories and what's the telly and shit. But like, he talks and thinks in these generic cliched terms of things he's seen and witnessed on the telly and in fantasy. He puts it together. That's what goes on with Alan a lot.
Like some of the YouTubers wish things about me, don't they? Only. Luckily with insurance. Fun.
See that fern, what's that from? It's from a song or something. And he's just like, I'll say that out loud. Like, what's popping in his head are not ideas. They're like, this thing about 6 degrees of separation, like everyone knows. It's like a 6 degrees of separation game where, like, he'll say something and it will make him think of an advert. So he'll say that, and then that'll make him think of a thing. So he'll say that. But like, it's obvious sometimes when he's just free flowing like this. But when he's talking about true crime, it's the same stuff. It's the same process in his brain. He's not the dyslexic special brain that he says he has, where he can see everything in 3D or whatever, that, like, this ludicrous nonsense he talks. The truth is that he can start talking about a thing on the Nicola Bulley case and end up talking about Chris Watts 2 hours later, and have not stopped talking, just connecting Lego bricks like that of just pieces of stuff he's heard on YouTube and said himself over the years, and just keep connecting the Lego bricks and keep talking. And like, none of those Lego bricks are original thoughts or ideas or anything like that. It's just like, tip out the Lego bricks, let's start connecting them again, and at the end of it, let's smash them all up, put them back in the box, ready for next week's show where we can tip out the Lego bricks and start connecting them again. And it's just useless garbage.
Yeah.
But this is how he operates in a day-to-day basis, all the time. This is his mind coming out, and he exposes it in these moments, and it's a crying shame in some ways, but it's the delusions and fantasy world of a narcissist.
Bond? Convertible? I think that's what we had. We broke the hood. We broke the hood on the damn thing. Luckily we had insurance. Fun. Yeah. And someone said to me, "You'll die on your own." Somebody said to me in my 40s, "You'll die on your own and lonely." I said, "Why did you say that?" "Oh, you think you're it. You've got evidence going for you now. You wait till you're old. Die on your own and lonely." It was more of a wish, like some of the YouTubers wish things about me, don't they?
Well, how's that going for you, Alan? I mean, if Steve wasn't your house lodger, is Steve still there? We don't know. But, how's it going for you on the old alone and lonely front? What's it like being popular on the Rumble? What about in your real life?
It was a wish by a jealous person. But he was right. I am going to die alone, because I don't think I'll ever get another partner, or ever want another partner. So.
It was a wish by a jealous person. He was right, though. I don't want another partner. I'm quite satisfied with not having anyone see what's on my hard drives.
There is no child porn on the internet. I hate to warn you that. There is no child porn on the internet. I checked.
Like some of the YouTubers wish things about me, don't they?
I don't wish anything about you.
This was a wish by a jealous person. But he was right. I am going to die alone, because I don't think I'll ever get another partner, or ever want another partner. So. I sort of admire these people that have been married 25 years and they got each other, right? Oh, Anaphylaxis. We had a game that we played on the beach when I was a teenager. It was gay or European. We had to guess which they were. Yeah, that's right, Anna.
Anaphylaxis said, we had a game we played on the beach. It was called Gay or European, and we had to guess what people were, gay or European. And Alan thinks that's brilliant and fun, despite being the person who himself was the figure of ridicule for both being European and ostensibly gay on that day back in California. So the homophobia is funnest to Alan, and he doesn't realise that he is the subject of it.
And they got each other. Oh, Anaphylaxis. We had a game that we played on the beach when I was a teenager. It was gay or European. We had to guess which they were. Yeah, that's right, Anaphylaxis. You all Americans thought we were gay or European. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's exactly it. See, she's from California. That's exactly the attitude I was up against.
I was up against. Well, what do you mean I was up against? That was the attitude I was up against. Is that why you never managed to get anyone to have sex with you while you were in America? They all thought you were gay, despite being clearly European. Like, the thing is, once you've said, oh, hi, I'm from England, they could go, oh, European. And then they still think...
We played tag American football with a piece of cloth.
You played tag American football with a piece of cloth. Did you really?
And what I couldn't understand, the toilets. I know I should tell you this, right? But we're friends, aren't we?
What's going to happen now?
The toilets in the bars there on Huntington Bay, they had no doors on the stores. Sorry if you want to wee, but in the actual toilet cubicle, no doors. I said, why? Why have you got no doors on your toilets?
On where? In the Huntington what?
We played tag American football with a piece of cloth. And what I couldn't understand, the toilets. I know I should tell you this, right? But we're friends, aren't we? The toilets in the bars there on Huntington Bay.
On Huntington Bay? He said on Huntington Bay, didn't he? Did he say Huntington Bay? Huntington Bay, village on Long Island, New York. I thought he said he was in California. Huntington Beach, California. He must be confused, Joe, with Huntington Beach, California. Because he said he was in California. It's got nothing to do with Huntington Life Science, has it? It's just a random coincidence, isn't it, I'm guessing? Have they got a hostel there, do you think? That's a 2-star hotel there. I'm just thinking, did Alan stay in a hostel? Like, you know, like a dormitory arrangement. You know, he said he lived here for a bit. Does he mean that he just stayed in a hostel where they didn't have toilet doors? You know, he stayed in the like cheapest place in the cheapest part of town. I don't even know whether this is nice or not, Huntington. Maybe Snippy's will have to tell me. You think they do have a hostel? Is it a nice area as well, or is it like, you know, is Alan trying to pretend he was at, like, you know, Beverly Hills or whatever, or is he, you know, is he legitimately going to have been messing it? It's nice. Like, my guess is he's probably just up the road, maybe staying somewhere a bit cheaper and pretending he's, you know, staying in the really nice place. Because if it's got no toilet doors, like, what's going on? If it's a nice place and it's got no toilet doors, that doesn't make sense to me. Unless it's, like I said, a hostel and something like that, and it's like really basic and it's got no toilet doors. Is there a casino? Good question. I don't know if he was like that back then. You know, I don't know when he started his gambling habit, but I don't know when he said he was out here, like in 25, 28, something like that. He said, didn't he, 25? And all we've got to go on his sort of American adventures is what he tells us about it. So, you know, we've only got that.
They had no doors on the stores. Sorry if you want a wee, but in the actual toilet cubicle, no doors.
Yeah, it does sound like either beach toilets or prison toilets to me. And it makes me feel like that's okay. You know, if I was at the beach and I went and thought, oh, I need to go to the toilet, and I went there and there's no doors, I might mention it, but then I'd probably just go somewhere else where there was doors. You know, oh, sorry, I'm caught a bit short, need to go back to the hotel for a minute because there's no toilet doors here, or in a restaurant or anywhere else. But the fact that he had no, like, it feels to me like he was trapped in a situation where he had to use toilets where there were no doors. Like, rather, like, it wouldn't be a big thing, would it? You'd pop in the toilet, you'd see there were no doors, and you go, right, this isn't the toilet for me, not right now, and you just go and use a different one, and 40 years later, it wouldn't be a story you tell. Unless you were staying in an establishment where that's where you were staying, and you went, you know, you were in these communal toilets and there were no doors, and you were like, well, this is me fucked for the whole, you know, week I'm staying here. Do you know what I mean? You think there probably are doors there now? In the 1980s, you think he's referring to a beach public toilet.
I said, why? Why have you got no doors on your toilets? Can't have that. Drugs. Can't have it. No doors on the toilets. Oh, great. I never went to the toilet in any of those bars.
He said bars.
No one wore Speedos except for competitive.
I never went to the toilet in any of those bars.
Why have you got no doors on your toilets? Can't have that. Drugs. Can't have it. No doors on the toilets. Oh, great. I never went to the toilet in any of those bars.
In any of those bars. I think he said bars. Weird. Alan's memories of holiday in America is that he had toilet trouble and he got called gay on the beach. Like, imagine that, like, all years later, you're telling people in your Rumble, you know, a few stories about the old holiday, and it was, they're your takeaway stories. They're the ones you tell. Toilet doors.
No one wore Speedos except for competitors tomorrow. Yeah, you're exactly right, Anna. You're exactly right. But in England, we did.
No. Speedos were available, but you didn't have to wear them. I wore Speedos when I was like an 8-year-old child. And then as soon as I got the autonomy, I mean, maybe it was a little bit later than the 80s, but no, I grew up, you know, round about the 80s. I was wearing swimming shorts rather than Speedos. You know, the cool sort of Hawaii shorts, Hawaii cool, you know, swimming shorts. Yeah, we knew what was cool in England as well. It's just your choice, Alan.
Toilets are nasty in California.
Toilets are nasty in California.
No one wore Speedos except for competitors tomorrow. Yeah, you're exactly right, Anna. You're exactly right. But in England, we did. Toilets are nasty in California. What else can I tell you?
They're not Chinese in California.
No one wore Speedos except
California. What's that accent he's trying to do?
for competitors tomorrow. Yeah, you're exactly right, Anna. You're exactly right. But in England, we did. Toilets are nasty in California. What else can I tell you about California?
Anything positive?
We didn't give a waitress a big enough tip.
We didn't give a waitress a big enough tip. Oh my god! So like, this is. Do you see what I mean? Like, my memories of holidays are not a series of disasters one after the other. But Alan's memories of this holiday is, so we went there, you know, first, obviously, California, let's get on the beach. And we went on the beach and we got bullied for wearing these clothes. And that went badly. So went to a bar, couldn't take a shit. So that was bad. What else can I tell you about it?
You're right, Anna.
I broke the car.
You're exactly right. But in England, we did. Toilets are nasty in California. What else can I tell you about California? Oh yeah, we didn't give a waitress a big enough tip. We were in this bar for 3 hours, right? And we ran up the bill, and we only gave her £5 tip. She went mad. She was in tears.
Well, do you know what? If you just give someone a £5 tip, she would not be in tears. Right? Obviously, you were in the bar for 3 hours and she had to put up with your shit for 3 hours to the point of near breaking. And at the end, you dissed her with a £5 tip. She put up with all your shit and thought, well, at least I'm going to get a good tip out of these arseholes. They've been splashing the cash around. Flashy, flashy. I put up with so much shit from these arseholes. And then you give her a £5. Come on, Obs. Come on. Come on, you chuffing computer. It's not. It's always just between Obs and Twitch, isn't it? Doesn't do it on YouTube for some reason. But we're back, and what I was saying was,
What else can I tell you? Get away. Oh yeah, we didn't give a waitress a big enough tip. We were in this bar for 3 hours, right? And we ran up the bill, and we only gave her £5 tip. She went mad. She was in tears.
you made her cry, right? Because you're in the bar for 3 hours, you're an obstinate, aggressive arsehole, splashing the cash, run up a big bill, you and your mate, all flashy cash. I bet he loved this waitress, didn't he? I bet he thought he was great. She had to put up with all of his shit. This is my guess. She had to put up with all of his shit. She had to put up with all of his bollocks. And like, it's getting stressful for her and worse. And they're teasing her and messing about and, you know, causing trouble. And she's had to put up with all this shit for a whole shift. And at the end, he's given her a £5 tip on top of a £300 bar bill. And she's just lost it and said, you fucking sexist, aggressive, nasty bastard. I've never known anyone as rude as you. I've fucking done all this and you give me a £5 tip. Take your £5 and shove it up your arse, you fucking arsehole. Now, you can imagine that, couldn't you? Not that she's just been working, served you a few drinks, you only gave her £5 and she cried and went mad like loopy woman. Like, that's not what's happened, is it, Alan? You've driven the woman to tears over your awful behaviour, I'm guessing. You're not going to tell us that story, are you? But the way you tell it, let's hear it.
Said, I've been serving you all day and you give me $5. She's in tears.
I've been serving you all day and you give me $5. It's not the amount of time she's been spending serving you, is it? It's what you've been doing while you've been sat there, and she's had to put up with it. You know, she can't just say, right, I'm quitting the job today over this. She's had to put up with it. Unbelievable. Is it still frozen for you? Reload it. Reload it. Reload it. I'm back. The shame of this story. Like, you know in your own heart, don't you, what he's been like. Like, you can sort of guess that whatever's driven him for tears is simply not a long work day and a £5 tip, is it? Like, that can't really be it. And 3 hours worth of drinking as well. Imagine what he's been like at the end. Imagine what he, like, she at the end of the shift is still sober, I'm guessing. But him after 3 hours drinking, what's that going to be like? Like, what a story. If only we could tell the, you know, if only we could hear the truth. Out there somewhere is a waitress or bar person that worked on Huntington Beach in the 80s and remembers this man. She'll remember him. She'll remember him. All we have to do is find her and get in touch, and she has to tell us the story.
We thought, oh, we didn't know. We didn't know that like the pay was really bad, and they relied on their tips. We didn't know. She thought she was going to get a lot of money from us English people. It's a bit like the Chinese, isn't it? They don't tip at all, do they? Chinese.
It's strange you brought them up because you've been saying California in their accent the whole time this evening.
But these things I learn as I go through life. I've always tipped since then, you know.
Always tip to you, Alan. You expect people to tip on your streams, don't you? But you always tip to you, Alan. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not, and up until then you didn't. I don't know.
Those are the days.
Those were the days. The days where you went to America, you were hated by everyone you met. You made a woman cry in a bar that just worked there. You broke the car that you were supposed to be driving around on. I think that someone probably, you know, would bang in on it. Oh my God, get out of here, just drive. I can't, they're banging on it. You got called gay on the beach by someone who knew that you were European. Fuck off, you fucking. Not the holiday of a lifetime, is it? Those were the days. You see, he's smiling and grinning about stuff that we don't know. You know, I wonder how he took out all that anger and all that aggression that day. You know, £5 tip for the waitress, but that leaves me $40 for the hooker. Do you know what I mean? I wonder what he was up to.
I don't think I ever wore Speedos again.
I don't think I ever wore Speedos again. Scarred. Mentally scarred. If you think you look alright in your Speedos and some woman called you gay on the beach, just look alright in your Speedos, carry on wearing them. But no. Some stranger I've never met before in America says you look a bit gay. That's it. Speedos off, in the bin. They can't be worn ever again. I can't believe I've done this. But it is, you're right, Snippies, it's a win for us all. Unless, you know, I assume you bought some shorts. I mean, there is another option.
To be honest, put me off.
Put you off. That's what put you off Speedos. Until then, you really liked the concept. You liked the way your mate looked in them. You liked the way you looked in them. But someone said you thought they looked gay. That was it. Gone.
Dear, dear.
Dear, dear. The hat he's wearing, is that New England Patriots?
Shabby chicken. I haven't seen you for a while. Damn it. How are you? That really interests me, Anna Palaxios, about that gay or European. That's exactly the attitude we're up against.
That's still sinking into him. That's the attitude we're up against. I get the feeling it's him and a mate out there on the pool, and this attitude that they're up against. Everywhere he feels that there's something that he's being... I imagine if I went to Huntington Beach and it was nice, and, you know, there's nice ladies on the beach, and I'm there in my normal sort of shorts... Not my Speedos, my normal sort of shorts. I wouldn't have the same problem of all the ladies thinking I was gay or European. Or I mean, I'd explain I'm European, so that would... But I just feel confident and happy that I'd be able to sort of not be up against a sort of international conspiracy against me. I think I'd probably be all right in talking to ladies. But Alan seems to think that he's got this, like, you know... There was an inbuilt problem in the holiday. I wasn't able to really get on with any of the ladies, and it wasn't my fault. It was because America in California have got a sort of prejudice bias against European. Well, it's not. It's gay or European, isn't it? So if you're European, you're not, like, by the dichotomy of the game, you're not gay. So, like, I suppose they're saying you look very gay, though. They're saying you look very gay, but, like, you are European, so... I don't know. Anyway, you thought they were all against you and you never got anywhere with any of the ladies. That's what I'm hearing. And it wasn't because of you and anything wrong with you. It's because of every lady in California has bought into the conspiracy that European people are also gay.
We went to a nightclub, right? And me and my mates bought these two girls a drink.
What did you just say?
That really interests me, Anna Palaxios, about that gay or European. That's exactly the attitude we're up against. So then we went to a nightclub, right?
Then we went to a nightclub, right? So it seems like this is like a comedy of errors, this, doesn't it? Everything he's doing going wrong, so I can't expect this to go well.
And me and my mates bought these two girls a drink.
You and your mates, you said mates, so it's more than one mate. So now it sounds like you're out there with a group of people. But you've bought two girls a drink. You and your mates have bought two girls a drink. You specifically said you. You. Not my mates bought these girls a drink, but me and my... You said you, yeah?
And the bouncers come over and threw us out. I said, what are you doing, throwing us out? You just bought a drink for an underage girl.
There is no child porn on the internet. I hate to warn you that. There is no child porn on the internet. I checked. AD's sexual deviant. AD's a con man. AD's a crook. AD owes tax.
I said, but she's in a nightclub.
I know it's childish.
AD.
That really interests me, Anna Palaxios, about that gay or European. That's exactly the attitude we're up against. So then we went to a nightclub, right?
Wear clothes from IKEA. Wear clothes from IKEA.
I'm first. And me and my mates bought these two girls a drink. And the bouncers come over and threw us out. I said, what are you doing, throwing us out? You just bought a drink for an underage girl.
Right, so there's so many problems here. I know he's going to go on and try and explain it, but the problems are, number one, you said you're about 25, didn't you, on this holiday? So if she's underage, couldn't you spot that by merit of her... Like, I do agree. I've been in situations, like I've said in the past, it's the UK. I say I've been in situations, I mean, it's the UK, you're in a club, you're talking to people at the bar. I'm not going to ask everyone their ID. I'm going to assume that they've done that at the door. And like, you know, most people look a certain age range between the ages of like 19 to 25. You know, if I was about 20s, mid 20s, you know, you're going to be like just talking to people, yeah, buying people drinks. But like you're saying you're in your like mid 20s, mid to late 20s, and you're buying a girl a drink and she's underage, yeah? So you didn't spot that yourself, and you're angry that you're getting thrown out for the principle, which is not a bad principle to be thrown out for. And imagine this is a night out. Alan goes into a club.
There is no child porn on the internet. I hate to warn you that. There is no child porn on the internet. I checked.
With his mates, he buys an underage girl a drink and they get thrown out. So you've had a good night there then.
So, but she's in a nightclub. You got bouncers checking everyone's age. You asked me if I was 18 when I came through the door, and I was 28. You asked me if I was 18.
You were 28. You were 28.
I'm first.
AD, 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 AD.
Yet you let this girl in here that's 17.
AD's sexual deviant.
And now you're throwing us out because we bought her a drink. Yeah, he says. She's wearing a band. The band means between 16 and 18. No, it's 21 you could drink, isn't it? Right. So she's got this band on that says she's under 21.
So you're in a club and the underage girls are literally marked with a wristband. Like, there's a little bit of a problem to me here, which is that you're telling me you talked to her, not realising, I talked to her enough to buy her a drink, I'm assuming, like, not realising she was underage, or realising it makes me wonder whether you went and approached her because she's wearing a wristband rather than like should have been put off. But like, you should have seen the wristband and thought, oh, hang on, that's that symbol. Do not talk. Do not, like, this is one of those underage. No.
Yeah, he says. She's wearing a band. The band means between 16 and 18. No, it's 21 you could drink, isn't it?
So they've done everything they can to alert you to not be approaching these girls. And you're still angry at the club for throwing you out, yeah?
Right. So she's got this band on that says she's under 21. And you bought her a drink. Not me, my friend.
Not you, your friend?
I wear clothes from IKEA.
Now hold on, Lorraine.
And they threw us all out. These are things we don't know. I didn't know they could go to nightclubs, but not drink.
The lip licking. The lip licking there. And he's done a video before, remember? This man has done a video where he said these are the signs of people that are lying. One of the signs of people that are lying is they lick their lips a lot when they lie. And he just can't, like, there's two reasons he's doing the lip licking, from my opinion, as a body language analyst. Is that it's the lie, the poking out the tongue, the no, but it's also like this sort of extra salivation, like, you know, yummy.
There is no child porn on the internet. I hate to warn you that. There is no child porn on the internet. I checked.
She's under 21. And you bought her a drink.
AD's sexual deviant. AD's sexual deviant. AD's a common. AD, 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 AD!
These things we don't know. I didn't know they could go to nightclubs, but not drink.
Here we go. Lovely lip lipping.
Now hold on, Lorraine.
Lovely lip lipping. Lovely lip licking.
I think it's wrong that you have to be 21 to have a drink in America.
I think it's wrong you were buying drinks for a 17-year-old girl while you were on your holidays.
21. Your life's over. In England, you were married with 6 kids at 21. Yet in America, you're still at school.
That looks like a normal face from a normal person who's thinking normal things about people who are still in school. Only makes it worse now, doesn't it? Because he's saying that the person he bought a drink for was in school.
There is no child porn on the internet. There is no child porn on the internet. I hate to warn you that. There is no child porn on the internet. I checked.
Oh, it's a minor. She's 20. Oh, it's a minor. It's a minor.
Did Alan get done for going with a minor in America?
Because you'd be in jail.
In my country, by 20, the girls have been through everything.
What do you mean, been through everything? What have you put them through?
Anyway. And my father-in-law had Speedos with naked women on them. Well, that's pushing it. That is pushing it. Speedos with naked women on? Be arrested today, wouldn't you? America, I learnt a lot over there. Went down to Tijuana.
Oh my God.
That's an eye-opener, isn't it? I said, why are all these kids here with they've got no legs? They're on like a skateboard with
Meals on Wheels.
AD. AD's sexual deviant. AD's a con man. AD's a crook. AD
I
owes
dream
tax.
about food every night.
found out for money, right? I must saw 4 kids with no legs on a skateboard. So I said to this woman, I said, why are there so many of your children here? They haven't got legs. Huh?
Sorry, I must have seen about 4 kids with no legs on a skateboard. It's not funny if it's real, but it's funny that he said it because I don't think it's real. Like, surely they're conning people, like, you know, and or is it? I don't like any of it, obviously. I think we're into really dangerous territory here. Alan, having no success with the ladies in America, decided to pop on down to Tijuana to find some kids on a skateboard, apparently. Or found some kids on it there driving legless. Well done, Ed. It feels like the setup for a joke. There were 3 Mexican kids with no legs on a skateboard, and this Englishman came down to try and have sex with them. And he said to the first kid, you know, it feels like a setup to a joke. Like, what? Alan's holidays sound like a fucking nightmare to me. Like, after this, he went to Thailand later, didn't he? Thought, I don't really like it in Mexico. I'll go to Thailand instead. Maybe I don't know if you went to the Philippines, but
They're on like a skateboard with around out for money, right? I must saw 4 kids with no legs on a skateboard.
like, this is just clip central. I could be clipping all of this, but I don't know how much of this becomes classic meme and how much of it just goes by the wayside. But that he's a meme generator. 4 kids, no legs, on a skateboard.
So I said to this woman, I said, why are there so many of your children here? They haven't got legs. Huh?
What woman? Why are there so many children here that don't have legs? What part of Tijuana are you in where you're talking to a woman about the state of the children? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you could be in an orphanage, could be in a hospital, could be in a brothel. Not to cause alarm or distress to Alan Vinicum, no. I'm more alarmed and distressed than he would ever be about considering that to be a brothel situation. Thank you very much.
Not everyone, but like I saw 4.
They do it with their arms, don't they? I don't know if they're real.
AD's sexual deviant. AD's a con man. AD's a crook. AD owes tax.
He said, oh, well, that's easy. The parents take their legs off so they could go on the streets begging off Americans. That's a true story, honestly. That's a true story. And I thought, I don't believe you. I didn't believe it. Maybe Anna Palaxis can tell me. Is that true? Would some Mexican families do that to their children so they can make a lot of money on the streets? And I've never forgotten that. But I saw, I swear, 4 children that didn't have their legs. And it's bothered me all these years. I never had the nerve to ask anybody. But have you ever heard of that, Anna?
Bucket list. Make sure to ask somebody about the kids with no legs on the skateboard in Mexico. No, I would have thought they would have bandaged the legs up and made it look like they had no legs, but actually they had legs. Like those people who fake it do. They tie the leg up around the back end and fake it. I was thinking they might fake it if it was real or not. But 4 of them. Did he see the same kid 4 times? 4 different kids. I've got too many questions. I don't like it. If there's really, I'd rather live in a world where there are not 4 kids on a skateboard with no legs chasing Alan around. It is depressing. And what's weird about it to me is that Alan has held on to that. And I always question, he tells us these stories, they're nuggets of truth surrounded by a lot of fabrication. So what was the truth of where he was when he was encountering these people? And why, who's the woman that he's talking to and what's the situation? What's he doing in Tijuana? Why did he divert there off to his failure to launch in America? There's so many overtones and undertones and horror tones to this. It's classic Alan Vinnicum. But he's asking Anaphylaxis now to get the lowdown from the high ground because apparently Anaphylaxis will know. And now he can die alone knowing that he's ticked that box and worked out the case of the kid, the case of the Mexican kids. This is Alan Vinnicum, the armchair detective, and the case of the 4 Mexican kids on a skateboard with no legs. And he needs to solve it before he dies alone.
Can't be true, can it? Somebody winding me up. But I saw four boys with on skateboards being pulled around by their parent. That's what I saw. I hope it's not true. But I've lived and I've seen things around the world. It's just I'm just recounting things I've seen around the world.
Weird ass things. Could you imagine if you were a travel vlogger? This would be today's equivalent is Alan gets a camera and goes on holiday to America, and for episode 1 of his travel vlog, it's getting called gay on the beach, trying to get involved in a game of football and having a fight, getting chased off, crashing the car on the way because you're so scared, ending up in the toilet in the bar, unable to do a poop because there's no door, nightclub, thrown out, asking a girl, approaching an underage girl in a nightclub, thrown out. And then he was on about the minor, I don't know what happened with the minor, but I'd love to know if he's got an American record or some shit. And then obviously a music record of his favourite songs. And then after that, that was episode 1 of Alan's travel tour. And then episode 2 is we're here in Tijuana, where I've seen several kids on a skateboard with no legs. So that's episode 2. What are you choosing to focus on and look at, and how are you getting into these situations, and why are your holidays the most horrific series of horrors? It just gets worse and worse. Is it something about you, Alan?
I don't know if it's true. I can't prove
You see, I don't know if it's true again. He keeps going on about it not being true. Not being true that they cut the legs off, or not being true it even happened, Alan. Not being true it was real. I think you're the sort of idiot that would be baffled and bemused by a child that had knelt down on a skateboard and put a towel around their legs or something. So, just forget it, Alan.
Yeah. Mexico. I never heard that, AD. Half my family's from Mexico. Well, it's just Tijuana, which is where the nearest thing to go for a day trip to Mexico. Made me pulling my leg. Good one, Alan Palaxis. They were pulling my leg.
Because they've got no legs.
I did see kids. Anyway. never know. They're pulling my leg.
He's live now. Is he live now on Wumble, is he? I mean, I don't like watching him live because you can't stop it, start it, fast forward it and mess about. Like, you know, I have to put up with him as he goes. So, you know, this is rubbish.
He wasn't wearing the same clothes as before. Oh, did I say before? If he was there before in black, then best for him to change, because the police knew Mr. Fife had come forward, was come as a shock.
And also, he's using YouTube again, uploading to YouTube, using it to watch videos of his own that he's recorded and talking about. I assume someone else makes the videos. You know, I'm assuming he doesn't do all this editing and uploading it to YouTube. But again, he's nothing without YouTube. And at the moment, he's pretty much nothing. In this chat, no one new has joined. You've got Monster404 and Oddballs. Oddballs joined a little while ago, didn't they? But one new person in the course of 4 months. Like, just leave it now, Alan. And I'm not going to watch it live because it's too rubbish. Like, I can't skip through his rubbish that way. We're here for this.
My birthday's next Sunday. I was only the 19th, isn't it? I thought it was the 22nd. I'm so dyslexic. My birthday's next Sunday, guys. So I will be here, it looks like. There you go. That's my birthday.
There you go. That's my birthday. The pity party will be massive, won't it? I hope they're saving up their tippies for him, because they're not giving him much at the moment. I hope they're not giving him much at the moment. I hope they don't give him any on his birthday. I'm tempted to give him one tippy on his birthday. Like, you don't tip the troll. Sorry, the troll. Well, he is a troll, isn't he? Yeah. You don't tip the lol cows. You don't tip the trolls. You don't touch the poop. But I'm tempted to give him a tippy, just to say. But then the police, he'd send it to the police and say, you know. But you know. So I'm not going to. I don't suggest you do either. I hope he has a really fruitless time on his stream on his birthday. We might watch that. I hope he does a birthday party stream instead of like, knowing him, the narcissist, he won't do a sort of true crime episode. You know, it'll be about him, won't it? But now I've said this, he'll be like, oh, I can't do that now. I'm going to have to do a special true crime episode, and just be like, well, it's my birthday, but I don't care. How old will he be now? 69 or 70? If it's the big 7-0, like, surely he wants to do something more than doing his Rumble. Yeah, tip me on AD's birthday. That's a good idea. We'll do an AD's birthday fund, and everyone can tip me the money they would have tipped Alan, or equivalent for someone like Alan on Alan's birthday. We'll do that. And then I'll make as much money as I make. I'll put it all into one lump sum and risk it on a game of poker on the internet, and then lose it all in true Alan fashion, or win double and be like, oh, fuck you, Alan, I won all the monies. I'm stopping now.
Yeah, so we're really successful.
I could sing him a birthday song, but the police might see it as deliberately trying to contact him. So I'm not wishing to cause him alarm and distress. But yeah, actually, a birthday song isn't designed to cause anyone alarm and distress, is it? So
Tiki-toki, but I don't like it. I don't like it. Not like
big ups, Curious
YouTube.
Cat.
I miss my YouTube family. I miss those, remember those nights with 2,000 people watching? I miss that.
You missed the heyday when you were riding high on a trend wave that had nothing really to do with you or your abilities. It was all other people behind the scenes sorting out your streams for you, and somebody else found something on the internet that you ripped off them. Like, it's just pathetic, isn't it? He misses 2,000 people in his streams giving him money. Yeah, claw hand here. The claw hand. This is quite a good one. I'm just going to paste it raw, look. Just a hand there, just Alan. It's quite a good one. Obviously, I need to not mess about with the settings and make it look better, but I'm just going to post that raw. Like that. The old claw hand there. It's looking nice. Coming up to your birthday. That's your birthday portrait. Nostrils. Am I teasing him about the way he looks? That's bad, isn't it? Shouldn't do that.
Buzz, community, the chat.
We're moving on from the fact that you were in Tijuana messing with kids.
It was fun, wasn't it?
I mean, I didn't say, he was saying about kids. I didn't bring up kids, he did. I don't know if you pushed them around on the skateboard or anything.
In the height of the pandemic.
I was being mean about the hand, wasn't I? I should, do not post that. Don't post the claw hand picture. I mean, it's just a fake. I didn't make a comment on it. I just posted it. There he is. I'm not saying it's, you know. I even said I'm not causing harm and distress. It's not causing harm and distress. It's just a picture. And I'm also saying, like, it's not big of me to poke at him in the way he looks. So I even said that in the same sentence. So I'm not like, oh, let's have a big go on his hand looking funny. I was just like, there's a picture of him looking weird. Like, his face was weird as well. His nostrils. Like he's smelling a bad smell. It's alright. It's all in the game.
We were rocking.
It's for entertainment only. People took the piss out of Prince King Charles and his sausage fingers.
Tijuana's a border town. It is a shithole. It is.
It's a shithole now.
It really is. Yeah.
So why did you go there,
Tijuana
Alan?
Brass. I always remember that. Was it? What's he called? Something so and the Herb Alford and the Tijuana Brass.
You see what I mean? He'll always remember that. Like some sort of slogan, some sort of catchphrase. Like there's things that just, you know, make up his psyche that he'll remember that.
I always thought, well, we're going to have a look at Tijuana. That sounds like an interesting place. Rough. It's rough. That's a dangerous thing to say, shabby chicken.
Don't know what she said.
Yeah, I know a lot of people fell asleep to me talking at night. That's true. And we did a lot of good for people, didn't we? Although I get criticised to hell now.
No, you didn't, Alan. You didn't do good for anyone except yourself.
We did do a lot of good to people, didn't we? None of these shitty channels that want to bring me down ever did any good for anyone.
Right? Except we did a lot of good for people. Like inadvertently on the Discord, people felt they could come together and talk about things. You know, a lot of people came together and made a video saying how the content helped them. Just had somebody in today, you know, in chat saying it. And we don't, like, 20 years later make a big fucking thing about, you know, that's people's sort of personal feelings, and it's good that it's there and it helps. And we've got Mental Health Monday as a resource, as a channel that they can look at. That's cool. But on top of that, last year we gave, like, I'm not trying to boast or anything, but we gave, like, as a community, you know, through the channel, through me, well, through mainly me, but we gave a lot of money to charity, like what I consider to be a lot of money, you know, hundreds, near, I don't know, I didn't count it all up yet, but I think it might come to near 1,000. I don't know if you heard me counting, it might come over 1,000. Well, I did, there was a big wallop when we got back off the Eurovision thing, where I gave 250 quid to the guide dogs, but like, you know, we have given quite a lot of money, like probably more like 500 to £800 to the charity, so that's obviously gone and done some good somewhere, hasn't it? And we hope that some of the content, like, makes a bit of a difference in places. I can't think that he's talking about me in this breath, is he? Because, like, we've done an awful lot more for people than you have, Alan. An awful lot more in the short time that I've been streaming than you have in the 5 years you've been going.
I know we did good for people's mental health through that pandemic. I know we did useful purpose. And
Get off.
I know
if they weren't watching you, they'd have watched something else somewhere else, Alan. It's not, you're not special, and it doesn't really matter.
30 million views. They can't take that away from me. And no, I didn't buy the views. I couldn't afford to buy views.
Now he's talking to me directly. You could afford to buy views.
What's hilarious, Kaka? I've forgotten it already.
Right, Mink, what is it now?
The good old days. I often say, you saved my life, AD. Yeah. We had quite a few people write to us and say that. But they're going to be so loved, to create so much hate. I'll never get over that. I'll never get over the hate towards me. Is like, I've got a thick skin, but the hate towards me and the lies told about me, it is overpowering.
It's overpowering. We'll get to this in a second. I've just got a bit of I got the YouTube Premium. Yes, I did. Yes, get the YouTube Premium. Yeah, and I've just got a bit of a funny pain in my leg. Like, I'm assuming it's a bit of a cramp from sitting down in the same position for the last few days. I don't want to walk it off. I don't know. Linky wants me as well. oosh, it's really raining out the back. So I think she's moaning because she doesn't want to go out, but she wants to go out. And I've walked that off now and I feel a bit better in my leg. I was a bit worried it might be circulation. But yeah, sorry for that little break.
It really is overpowering.
It really is overpowering. Is it overpowering, Alan? Because we've sort of like, you know, calmed down a bit, haven't we? I'm battery exhausted. But when you mean overpowering, do you mean you got kicked off YouTube? Everyone you exposed for who you were? Is that what it is? You couldn't fight the fact that we were telling the truth? Is that what it is, Alan?
Yeah. We had quite a few people write to us and say that. They were going to be so loved, to create so much hate. I'll never get over that. I'll never get over the hate towards me. Is like, I've got a thick skin, but the hate towards me,
Alan, you do create the hate because you're a hateful person who created the hate in the first place.
and the lies told about me, it is overpowering. It really is overpowering. That's what I don't miss about YouTube, the hate.
Is this just the pity party now?
I miss the fun.
Way more fun.
Poser.
Never going to get back to that, are you, Alan?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you lost me there, Kaka. I'm half
not-
asleep.
He's half asleep. I'm not directly talking to Alan. I'm talking to him on the screen here, obviously.
I have to listen to sleep apps now. Yeah.
Because you don't help
If
anymore,
there's a
Alan.
way I could get back on YouTube, I would, even though I hated it. There is a
If there's a way I could get back on YouTube, I would. Even though I hated it. There is no way you can, Alan. You are banned. Any other form of idea you're thinking of will be ban evasion. You cannot get back on YouTube. You are banned from YouTube. That is the end. That is simply the end. You obviously know that you are using YouTube in all of your Rumble broadcasts. You or one of your cronies has got an account because you upload all your stuff there so you can play it on your account. Like, you need YouTube for all of your content. You still rely on watching other people's YouTube videos. You still rely on uploading stuff. Like, YouTube is still a massive part of your life. You still watch loads of content on YouTube. You'll be watching this on YouTube, I guess, but I'm not making it for you. And you don't have to watch it, and you can simply turn it off. But like, you're talking such a load of shit, and there is not a way for you to get back on YouTube. No, the only way for you to get back on YouTube is after you die. We'll record your funeral and have a big parties. No, there's no way. There's no way back, Alan. It's against the rules.
I'm not sure what you lost me there, Kaka. I'm half asleep.
Thank you very much, Red Fan, for the gifted tier sub to Beth. Thank you very much.
I have to listen to sleep apps now. Yeah.
So this person in the chat who said that Alan basically saved their life, I'm assuming it's the same person, it might be someone different, is saying that Alan used to help them by, you know, talking and they could fall asleep. Now they just have to, they've turned to another app. Alan has not helped, you know, fill that hole in the long term. A short-term fix of gratuitous nonsense, but no.
If there's a way I could get back on YouTube, I would, even though I hated it.
Brilliant.
There is a way I can just start a new channel and start again. But like, unlike some people, I'll be reported, wouldn't I?
Yeah, not just you'll be reported. You should be reported because you're banned. You could do it, but like, how are you going to get a YouTube account? How are you going to get an AdSense account? Like, to pay? Like, are you? Maybe he's still allowed an AdSense even if he got banned off YouTube. I don't know. But like, how would you get paid from it, and how would you make it work? Like, you'd have to cheat all the system, wouldn't you? Like, there is a way, but you'd be cheating, and you would definitely get reported. Yes.
There's thousands of people, right, that have had their YouTube channels closed down, but they don't tell anybody,
What?
right? Supposing you had a YouTube channel and it was closed down, you just start another one, wouldn't you? No one would know, would they?
YouTube would.
No one would know.
Like, YouTube themselves would. Big ups Red Fan for another gifted tier sub. Seb Blue. You've Seb Blue and Daisy Wasey as well there. Big ups, thank you very much for those. You all got new emojis that you can use now, so you've got those that you can use.
But me. Oh my God, it'd be hell let loose, wouldn't it? I'd be mass reported. AD is banned. And it's sort of true. It's sort of true because when you're banned from YouTube, you're banned for life.
Yes.
So if you were a 20-year-old and you got banned from YouTube, you're banned for ever.
Yes.
Ever. There's no coming back.
No.
But of course they do. They just start a new channel.
No,
But if you're known and you report it, they close down your channel.
no,
I do know that big lady.
you idiot. Like, if you like YouTube on the back end, you have to give them your details. Like, I suppose you could start with a new email account and all that business, but at some point, if you're going to get big enough, like not just big enough to be noticed, but big enough so that you're going to want them to pay you, like they're going to have your bank details. Like they're going to know. Oh, Alan. And if you got a ban, the other thing is ban evasion. Ban evasion. So, like, let's say, for example, Alan just got his daughter or his son to just use their YouTube account and he'd just start going on that. Then we'd say, this man is on this YouTube account. He's doing ban evasion. Ban that account as well. And they'd ban that account. So, like, it's just, like, he's creating a new problem for himself by trying to do, like, it's not just being banned, it's ban evasion is another, like, I don't know why he's even thinking these things. He's banned off YouTube. He's not allowed back. Big ups, Red Fan, for another gifted tier sub. Thank you very much.
With a big chair.
Thank you.
Natasha.
Wait, I'll press a button for you to say thank you.
Brian Batundi.
There you go.
I know it's childish.
She's come back, hasn't she? So it can be done. It can be done,
Who's
but
come
not
back?
me. I would close down your channel. I do know that big lady with a big chair.
What?
Natasha. She's come back, hasn't she?
Who's the big lady with the big chair, Natasha? And if you're banned, you're banned.
So it can be done. It can be done, but not me. I would just be like reported and closed down again. I reckon.
Yes, you would, yeah. 100%.
Like, we call it circumventing a ban, don't they?
Circumventing the ban, which makes me feel that the painful slow channel that he was using, that we reported, well, I reported, because I don't want him back on YouTube, thanks. Circumventing a ban, closed down. I think he's had that reported and gone. I think he's pissed off by it. And every time we discover that you're using YouTube, whatever account you're using, we will report it and you'll get banned if circumventing closed down again, Alan. Because you really shouldn't be on YouTube. You broke all the terms of service. Well, not all of them, but you broke loads of the terms of service. For the safety of other YouTubers, you shouldn't be on YouTube. That's what YouTube said. So
When you start a new channel. But I say,
well,
everybody
you start a new channel. Well, so he's obviously got a new channel on the go that we don't know what it is until he lets slip again by mistake.
does it. Only the drama channels ban evade. NC is the queen of ban evading. All right. Interesting.
Interesting. You can ban evade
That's
and
not-
someone else can get it done. So I'll put that on the back burner to think about. Incoming Alan ban evasion arc. Alan's plans for 2024. Try and get on that ban evasion train and see if he can get around the ban. Completely useless, of course, because he won't be able to turn it into finance and he'll make more trouble for himself than it's worth, but it'll be funny to watch.
Holiday, isn't she, on a cruise? Nancy's on a cruise. She's in cruise control.
Nancy's on a cruise, is she? Is that for real? On holiday on a cruise? How does he know she's on a cruise? He's got personal information off her. Because earlier he said it seemed like his family had gone on a skiing holiday. Do you remember he said he was invited on a skiing holiday but he didn't want to go? And who's going to invite Alan on a skiing holiday? So maybe Nancy's not on a skiing holiday, maybe she's on a cruise. But maybe Nancy's his family doing the money laundering from Vinny's bar. Maybe that, I don't know. I haven't checked Vinny's bar, what's his name, Alan's son, and his Facebook to check if he's on a skiing holiday or anything. But if that tied up, then that would be funny. But Nancy's on a cruise. If Nancy's real, and I still have to live in these two fucking separate worlds where Nancy is both a money laundering front and also a rich elder lady who gives Alan lots of money, so over £25,000 a year. And now she's on a cruise. So she might well be on a cruise, If she's on a cruise, and that's the lifestyle she's living, then maybe she has got a bit of money to give Alan 25 grand a year. Nancy's not real, his family verified. Is it verified though? Where did it get verified and how much verified is it? Because I'm still not certain, but we're going to, live in that world more. I'd think, Nancy not real, but until, we'll check out how verified it is and we'll get that, when it's confirmed and fully verified, we'll put it out there how confirmed and fully verified it is, but
Tell me this, Ocean Daughter, right? So NC is the queen of ban invading. So is she on YouTube or
Who the hell is NC?
not then? And if so, how's she on YouTube if she's banned forever?
Oh, verified by a former mod, she's real. Yeah, but just because a former mod thinks she's real doesn't mean that Nancy's actually like real. Like real as in she's talked to her on the phone, real as in she's had a video call with her, or real as in someone came in the Facebook and they were Nancy and she thinks she's Nancy. Because if you're one of Alan's former mods, like as much as I love the fact that they come away from him and help, you know, share the news and the truth about Alan, at the time you weren't the most switched on person doing the most switched on stuff. You'll agree because you were in the Alan bubble. So if Alan can confuse people to become a mod, he might confuse them about who Nancy is as well. Talk to her. Okay. I'd have to find that out, you know, hear it from the horse's mouth, and still, to me, it's still hearsay until I can talk to Nancy. But Nancy might be real, yeah. You know, she might be real. I can live in that world as well. Like I said, I just have to live in the two worlds until I know what's going on.
Please explain. Nancy's eating all day. Cruise ships, breakfast, Lebanese, lunch, afternoon tea, early dinner, cocktail party, supper. That's it. Yeah, she keeps making new channels. Don't know if she does it. I could do that. Never earn any money, would I?
Exactly, Alan. But if the truth were that important to you, you'd get it out there by making new channels all the time. Ban evading. But it's not about that, too. It's about the money.
Never earn any money. Thank God for you people here. Keep me going. Without you, I don't earn nothing. Without you guys, I earn nothing a month.
Well, you've got your pension, whatever money you've invested and saved that can be creating interest in the bank. If you own the property, or you say he doesn't, but, you know, if a member of your family owns the property for you or whatever, you know, I don't know, like you could have other little schemes on the side as well, can you, like popping up Vinny's Bar, because they seem to have a roaring drug trade from what I can see on TripAdvisor. But apart from that, these people on the internet, like, it's a weird state to be in, isn't it? That this man, you know, birthday coming up, is going to be sitting on the internet talking to approximately, like, this video has actually got over 100 people watched it. So maybe he's getting a few more on his patrons after his TikTok, maybe. But, I mean, I've watched it twice. This man is talking to a crowd of a small, like, imagine a number that give him money. Like, he's got 4 or 5 people that are, like, giving him money. Do you know what I mean? Behind the scenes. So over the course of his life, instead of, like, a stable family environment, what he's managed to cultivate instead is a few women from around the world who think confusedly, I made up a word there, who are so confused they think to give him money, and he keeps them on the fishing hook. And, like, that's his setup, is Alan talks to some ladies on the internet and they give him some money. Like, it's a bit grimy and a bit horrid, isn't it? Like, the way he's got to at this stage. Like, you know, I'd say about we're talking to the audience and having fun. Like, we are actually talking to a wider audience and having fun. And Alan's talking to a very small group of ladies who are naive enough and have been gaslit enough over the years to give him money. And it's grimy and it's horrid and it's sad. And if just 1 or 2 of them stop doing it, he's in a real situation then. Because quite a few of them have dropped off over the time that, you know, we've been covering him. But if just 1 or 2 more, like, he's really on his uppers here. Like, you know, just 1 or 2 more, Alan, isn't it? He's desperately cloying, because to Alan, we think, oh, it's silly, you know, you're not getting new people. You've got 1 or 2 extra people in your chat. It means nothing. But to him, like, they've gone through the idiot filter. They're all the way in. He could maybe turn them into £100 a week. He really works on those small number of people instead of working on a larger number of people. Like we've said a lot of times before, making content, you're offering it to a large group of people. If just $2 or $3 off each person. I'm not expecting everyone to give me a tip, of course, but, you know, larger group of people giving me a more reasonable amount of smaller monies, that it works out to being a fair gig, fair game. Everyone thinks that's fine, yeah. But with Alan, it's that he's focused in on, right, this one's a pay pig, and this one's a pay pig, and this one will give me $100, and so he's like milking these small group of people. really milking them hard as well, really grifting them hard. And over the years, between them all, they give him lots of money. And if you add it up, if you're them and you add up what they give to him individually, like if they ever hear this, you know, add up what you give to him individually over a year, and then put in Nancy's money, and then put in the next person's money, and add up the 4 of you that give him the money, and imagine how much money he's made. He don't need you. He don't need you at all. And he's got a pension. Like, Alan could go, switch off the internet tomorrow, and he could go a whole month and not go without, because he's got a pension, he's got a place to live, he's got, like, you know, he doesn't have to spend all this extra money on all this stuff. Like, you don't have to go to Malta to spend all the money on poker. Alan would be fine without anyone giving him any money. Like, theoretically, he should be, because, like, he's got it covered. He's got his pension. He tells us he doesn't own his property. So, you know, what, does he have to pay loads of rent? Well, in that case, your pension will help you with that, won't it? Like, isn't there loads of reasons why he just simply doesn't need your money? And after all the years flying high on YouTube, hasn't he made hundreds of thousands? Like, didn't he make a lot of money at some point? Like, is there no way in the world that he should ever be begging for money like this? It's tiresome and it's sad.
TikTok. I get about, like...
He's going to say about how he gets loads of views on TikTok, which we think he pays for, but he doesn't get any money from it because it's not this. It's like TikTok's not the same. I've said it straight out when he went on there and started doing it. You can get 1 million views on TikTok. It's probably about the same as 1,000 on YouTube, if that. Like, there's not the same advertising share and revenue. And even the big people who do really well on TikTok, they don't just get money for their TikToks. Like, they make it in other ways.
Congratulations, TikTok said to me. Right? I did a live. You earned 3 cents.
I love it. And we're missing these lives, but I love it.
Keep me going. Without you, I don't earn nothing. Without you guys, I earn
begging.
nothing a month. TikTok. I get about, like... Congratulations, TikTok said to me. Right? I did a live. You earned 3 cents. They sent me an email saying, congratulations, you had 5 diamonds. This is equal to 3 cents. 3 cents. Great, thanks very much. Yeah, I'd like to go on a cruise.
And if you're the people that send him the diamonds on TikTok, now you feel like he's throwing it back in your face a bit, huh? Of course, you're saying in chat about what Alan's birthday song could be. I know what his birthday song is. His birthday song is, once I was 7 years old, my mama told me, Alan, I hate you.
There is no child porn on the internet. I hate to warn you that. There is no child porn on the internet. I checked.
Right, I'm going to bed. Nosy Nana's going in March. Don't fall in the water.
80s sexual deviant.
It's too cold. Make sure you stay on the ship, Nosy Nana. Where are you going? Portugal?
80s sexual deviant. AD's a con man. AD's a crook. 80s sexual deviant. AD, 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 AD.
Where are you going, Nosy Nana? Where are you going on a cruise? Where are you going? Nosy Nana's going on a cruise. Let's track her.
Let's track it. I will watch the rest of the Regardation version, Slick Willy Deeg. I assumed they've got a real great load of good stuff out of this. But I would, like, the problem in my brain, if I was sat down with this as Regardation, well, this is why I do this and they do that. But if I was sat down with this in the edit, I would be like, right, well, that's just all gold. I don't have to cut it at all. Like, he's just said it all and it's all bad. So I just don't have to cut it at all. Like, I'd find it difficult to know where to start, you know, hacking into that because it was a fucking mess. Look at him. Did his pity. I wonder if that pity worked on one of those people. You know, Nancy's on a cruise. You're going on holiday. I'm cold. I don't get any money on TikTok. I wonder if someone just threw him $100. That's in the poker hat for the rest of the evening. Going to sit on Sky Bet and piss that down the toilet all night. Do you know what I mean?
Let me have a guess where she would go. Nosy Nana would go to Iceland or something like that to see the glaciers, yeah?
Would she? Would she?
Where are you going?
The Glaziers.
3 cents.
I wear clothes from IKEA.
Well, Oh, well, you Chinese, you think that's a lot of money. They're owned by China. Give him 3 cents. Give him 3 cents.
Oh my fucking god. I'm gonna have to record this one and put this on Twitter just immediately. Hang on.
Is that where you're going? 3 cents. Oh, well, you Chinese, you think that's a lot of money. They're owned by China. Give him 3 cents. Give him 3 cents. Well done, AD, 3 cents. Thank you, Chinese TikTok. Many a murder on a cruise ship.
It wasn't that bad a voice, you know, but you know what he's doing. So that's going, I'm going to call it Chicky Chang Wang because, like, Darkside Phil does the voice. The Chicky Chang Wang voice. Chicky Chang Allen, question mark. Like that, I'm going to put the question mark. Because Darkside Phil does Chinese Chicky Chang Wang voice as one of his most racist moments. Actually, before we finish tonight, I'm going to watch Darkside Phil's most racist moments with you because I haven't seen it for a little while and I enjoy it. Chicky Chang Allen. I mean, obviously, I don't enjoy racism. I think racism is bad, but I enjoy that Darkside Phil ridiculed himself and we all ridiculed him for doing the racism. But now we've got this.
3 cents. Well done, AD, 3 cents.
I mean, really, I should have included the California bits as well, but
Thank you, Chinese TikTok.
the California
3
accent again.
cents. Oh, well, you Chinese, you think that's a lot of money. They're owned by China. Give him 3 cents. Give him 3 cents. Well done, AD, 3 cents. Thank you, Chinese TikTok. 3 cents. Oh, well, you Chinese, you think that's a lot of money. They're owned by China. Give him 3 cents. Give him 3 cents. Well done, AD, 3 cents.
He's doing the face. He's a nightmare. Now he's saying that he did a live stream. Oh, Minky, sorry, I tried on you down. He did a live stream on TikTok, which we don't watch because you need to be on the button with that. He does them earlier in the day. I don't know when he's going to do them. Like, one of the questions the police did ask me is, do you follow Alan Vinicum on social media? And I said, no. Like, I don't have to follow him to know when he's talking shit, which is all the time. And I can just tune in. I didn't say this bit to them, but like, I can tune in as and when I feel like it. He's on social media, but I don't follow him, no. But on TikTok, like, you know, he's doing live streams. They disappear into nothing. You know, they're not recorded unless he records them. So he does, like, they're about 40 minutes long, I'm guessing they allow you on TikTok. And it's just him sitting there, you know, talking shit for a bit, trying to get people into Rumble, trying to capitalise on the numbers he thinks he's got on TikTok. And people can give you tips while you're there. It's like live stream tips. Like, you know, I've got the tips thing going tonight. You wouldn't know it because nobody fucking done any tips. You wouldn't know it. It still works on Twitter, you know. It still works on Twitch. Yeah, so on TikTok what happens is you give them an ice cream or you give them a carrot or you give them a diamond. You know, it's all these funny names and each one is very, very small money. Like, you know those streams, the ice cream, yum. You know, that stuff. What's she called? Cherry Crush. NPC. Doody doody doo doo doo. You know this?
No spicy. Yum.
So she's pretending to be a non-player character, like, you know, a computer game character, a robot essentially. And when someone gives her an ice cream, she goes yum 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 and eats it and goes ice cream yum. And you know that's the whole thing of this, like this NPC stream. But to give her an ice cream, it costs you like 1 pence or something, you know. And then TikTok take half. But you can give like big gifts. I think the biggest one is like a universe, like, and that might be, you know, I don't know, $10. Like the reason they're small gifts is to get young people into uploading their pocket money and giving it out to streamers in smaller amounts because they've got smaller pocket money. Yeah, so you're giving like 1p, 2p and stuff. And to me, it's a strange phenomenon. I think it's about trying to get young people getting their pocket money in, is my idea. And then, you know, eventually TikTok get the whole pocket money, even if the streamer only gets 1p here and there. On Twitch that we're on now, we do bits, and they're quite small integers. So maybe people like, prefer to give in small inches. I'm cool with any sort of gratuity. I think it's, I'm grateful for it. But on TikTok, like I say, if you're going to run a stream like this, she's like, you'll notice like this guy sent 4 chilies, this guy sent 5 chilies. Like people are piling this stuff in because it's only worth small bits, so they give you quite a lot of it. So like people who make money off TikTok live streams, they do get the gifts. It comes through as diamonds, universes, and things, and they don't all do this, but like I used to watch Darren G sometimes on TikTok, and he's like Darren G used to be going on about like a true crime thing or a thing and like whatever, and someone would give him a gift and it'd make a cowboy hat go on his head, and it's just like silliness. So it doesn't suit all kinds of content. But Alan gets gifts on TikTok. He gets money tipped to him, and it adds up to about 5 cents, and it's not worth it for him because he's not doing like anything near this.
You're too pretty to be doing this. To be doing what? I'm just eating. And making my bag, as you guys say. You guys are funny. You guys, 6.6k away. 6.6k on daily ranking. We only need 6.6k more.
She's got 300,000 likes on this, so Alan's not at this end of things.
So one of you should just be like an amazing person and just knock it out of the park. Crunchy corn, yum.
Crunchy corn, yum.
Yeehaw.
Pizza, yum. Ice cream.
Ice cream, yum. I was going to do one of these streams, wasn't I? But yeah, so that's the, that's the TikTok thing that he's on, and the sort of like, that's not, everyone's not doing that, but that's a great example of how the gifts get flowing and how you make the monies. And like, she's not making big monies off this unless people give her fucking loads of gifts, and they do, because she's like getting thousands of people watch. She's got 6,000 people watching that, so they're going through, like those gifts are going through. But also when you're big on TikTok, it's about being like this sort of influencer status, isn't it? And then you can sell your brand and your products and your sell through. And I think a lot of TikTok influencers make money through being brand influencers rather than just, I have 1 million views on TikTok. Alan thinks because of the old YouTube, like YouTube's about advertising literally on your video. But on TikTok, no one's going to be like, on a live stream like this. You might be able to squeeze in a few adverts, maybe, but you're scrolling through TikToks, so you're not getting like a 3-minute video on your ad on your TikTok, are you? Like, so it doesn't work the same. The monetization, it's more about popularity and what you can leverage than it is about direct views equal money. And so Alan's confused by that as well. Although he might be pumping up his views to help him up the algorithm by buying fake views, and he might, get some sort of financial payoff off of 25 million views over, but it won't be the same as YouTube. It'll work out very much less, and it'll be much, much harder work for him, and it's total fake anyway, because it's support, like this gets 6,000 views on a live stream. There's no way Alan's fucking content gets thousands of views. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't be stupid. So yeah, it's just a load of nonsense, Alan is, isn't he? Always.
Man overboard. Come on, Nosy Nana, where are you going? I want to go to bed. I can't sleep without knowing where you're going. You don't have to say exactly, like whereabouts. Don't tell me the village. The trolls will follow you there. That's one of AD's spanners. Let's phone up the police in Amalia and tell them that she's a crook.
Is she going to a village in Amalia then? You just like thinking about third world villages, don't you, Nutter? And we don't troll Alan Spanners. Like he's scaring them into thinking that the bad people on YouTube would do something bad to her on her holidays. Nobody would. Nobody would.
Come on, Nosy Nana, where are you going?
It's
She's gonna
raining
tell us.
again. I couldn't be happier.
Thank you very much.
And then whoosh!
Alan Speedo sent tippies. AD has bought me out of retirement. New self-portraits available. £2 for an acrylic finger painting of Ol in his Speedos. Super Chuffer owes 3 hugs.
Thank you very much to Alan Speedos.
Somebody else will tell us. I'm going now. Thanks very much. Day off tomorrow. Yay! See you Sunday, which will be exactly a week before my birthday. You're fantastic. You're plastic. Fantastic. I must go and find those Speedos.
See how he said you're fantastic, trying to suck up to them, and then he said plastic fantastic, because it was just like that. Again, Lego brick thing thinking. Must go and find those Speedos. I don't know if he's even joking. Do you think he kept them? I wonder if he... if it was a film and Alan was a serial killer masquerading as a detective on the internet, he might have strangled someone with those Speedos in a rage after they told him he was gay. So he might have kept them.
Good night, everyone.
We should raid CuteBot speed dating Twitch sometime. I think I know who CuteBot is. I think she's a streamer. And speed dating Twitch. I don't know what the concept is, but I might be tempted to have a look at it. Although, no, I don't know. Does she go speed dating on Twitch? Do I date her? Do I get to date CuteBot? I'd probably quite like to date CuteBot. Oh, that'd probably be quite good, but it would probably be quite a speedy date, wouldn't it? Because she'd just be like, no. I don't know what she talks like, but... Anyway, if that's been you on YouTube watching this, thank you very much for the super chats. Thank you very much for the tippies. Thank you very much for the memberships. I don't know what kind of face he's put in there. I don't know how we got that face at the end. But be good, and if you can't be good, you notice on YouTube.